Welcome, Audrey. It's great to have you back here in England.
It's wonderful to be home.
And you are here in Newell, where you once were a student. I'm wondering about your memories. I'm wondering about all of that.
You know, it is just so wonderful to be back in what in my time was called the Green Room. And perhaps some of my happiest memories are here, Friday nights, people playing guitars, singing, just crammed so that there was hardly enough room to stand, to sit, but also, you know, just looking and seeing and reading the signs in the room, who was sitting near who and what couples were kind of emerged. It was great.
I bet. Great fun.
It's just sitting here. All the memories are coming back.
Thank you so much for coming. And we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Ellen White Research Center here. Tell me about the importance, the mission, the relevance of Ellen White Research Centers, even here in the UK.
You know, the one in the UK is very special because it was the very first one outside North America. So this became the template for the other 19 research centers that we have now around the globe. And perhaps when it was set up, it really was a game changer because you had documents, you had all the paper version of things that now we can get readily available on the internet. So when they started, they really were very, very significant. Now the significance has changed, and they still are important because they foster Adventist research, learning more about our history. You can come and you can see copies of documents that actually have handwritten notes and things like that, which you don't get on the internet. So there still is great value. But now the research centers are just that. They are there to promote research into Ellen White and into Adventist history, Adventist studies. And one of my roles is being chair of the White Estate, that we want to foster people to come to research, to study, to learn about our past. Because when you know about your past, you actually learn lessons for now, and it helps us keep on track for the future.
Absolutely. And we just had a symposium, actually still going on Ellen White, with people from all over the world coming to teach a lot about how to have a balanced reading of Ellen White. What's your takeaway? What's your impression of the symposium?
You know, the symposium is been very, very good. And Pastor Rory Mendes has done an outstanding job. Poor man, he must be exhausted, but he really has done an outstanding job in putting it all together, you know, talking about prophecy in the Bible, talking about Ellen White. But, you know, for me, one of the challenges is people don't read Ellen White. You know, I find that people sort of say, oh, she's full of do's and don'ts and you know, she's not really relevant. But I say to them, when did you last read her? Not, you know, sort of pick up something and there's, in biblical hermeneutics, there's this little catchphrase, I can do anything with a text taken out of context. And people do the same with Ellen White. You know, they pick and they choose. But what I would say is try and experiment. Read her.
So, Audrey, you were talking about reading Ellen White. So what would be your book recommendation or your favorite? Mine is Patriarchs and Prophets. People are surprised when I say that, but I love it.
Well, mine actually is Steps to Christ. I never, ever get tired of reading it. And I think one of the things, I travel a lot now, and I know that I have all her books on my phone, but I also, I'm just a dinosaur.
Oh no, I love it too. You're going to say you like the real? Me too.
Yeah, I can underline.
Yeah.
I can see what I underlined previously. I like the feel of a physical book. and read it. Read something every single day. And when people read her, when they read what she says about the Bible, it will draw them to the Bible. And when they come to the Bible, they will have a deeper understanding. So, how to have balanced reading? Just take the time to read.
Start there.
Yeah, start there. And she begins her classic Conflict of the Ages. She begins with the statement, God is love. She ends with the statement, God is love. She begins with the world before it was created. She ends with the earth made new. When you get that concept into your mind that God is love, and then you read the testimonies and other things, and you read it through that framework, it gives you a totally different perspective.
Thank you so much, Audrey. It's always so lovely to have you here. I wish we could keep you, but thank you so much for visiting.
Thank you for having me.